Okay. Hi everyone. Can you hear me? All right. I think so. Yeah. All right. Great. I am a product manager for Lemon Zest, and on Lemon Zest we have developers Archer, Halimat, Sherry. We have a UX writer, Autumn, and UX designer, Kayla, and I and Isabel are the product managers on the team. So what we are working on is the problem space we're working on is imposter syndrome. Um, our product is called Unmatched, and it's an online resource that is designed to empower STEM learners, particularly from the marginalized communities or marginalized groups, to be able to conquer imposter syndrome by learning more about STEM professionals. What motivated what we are focusing on? Firstly, we as a team went through the resources on Notion, and then we had a discovery workshop and a brainstorming session, and then we decided that one of the issues to or problems to work on was to tackle challenges learners face. Learners could be people who are learning new skills or trying to transition in their career, and that whole process can be very daunting and also causes imposter syndrome for most people. And that was how we decided to narrow down what we're working on to focus on learners, particularly learners who use online resources. What can our product do? Um, on Unmatched, users can be able to search about STEM professionals they can identify with based on certain criteria, either by gender or by sexuality or by race or by um, any other criteria like inability. And also they can be able to learn more about the successes of these professionals, and they'll find resources that where these professionals talk about imposter syndrome or how they have been able to achieve what they have so far in their career. So what I would do next is walk us through how we started and where we are. So we started by um, choosing a problem space, and then we had brainstorming sessions to develop and understand the problem, understand how it manifests in users, and then we created a low fidelity prototype, and we took that prototype and we tested it with users, and from the feedback with users we were able to understand that users would want to um, find resources that would help them tackle imposter syndrome. And our users were particularly learners who are trying to transition or who have faced imposter syndrome at any point in their lives. And then afterwards, we took the feedback and we refined it and we moved forward to having a user story mapping. And with the user story mapping, we're able to break down all the tasks involved in um, the journey from when the user comes to the product to when they can find what they are looking for and when they log off. So we also were able to make wireframes, high fidelity wireframes. Designers designed the high fidelity wireframes. I'll show us in a bit. And currently we are on our sprint two. We're second sprint, and so far the devs have been able to build out certain functionalities of the product. So one of so some of the functionalities the devs have been able to build, they've been able to build the link, the two our product has two pages: the page where the user comes on and learns about the product, and the page where they can learn about these professionals and find resources. And our dev team has prioritized focusing on the page where they can learn about the professionals and find resources because it's the core of our product. And on that page, the developers have been able to build out the tiles that would contain um, the pictures and a little write up about these professionals, and also the link the two pages together and also build the structure for continuous work. Currently, the dev team is building out the filters to be able to filter through the product and also to be able to search for specific professionals and also be able to click on each tile of a professional to learn more about them. I'll show us a little bit about how the product looks like. Okay. While it's coming up, I would also talk a little bit about the tech stack. So, the tech stack we're using here is React. We're using React to aid in tag-based filtering, and also we're using Daisy UI to be able to integrate the designs seamlessly, so we get the right color palettes that the designers have put into their work on the website. And also the dev team um, has a React router setup that enables efficient page navigation and consistent layouts. And they've been able to integrate the Git and Jira to enable work to flow, seamless work, and pull requests. So this is a little bit of what our product looks like. I don't know, it's not coming up. Okay, yeah, great. So the user comes on this page, which is the resource page, and then they can filter through either by woman or person of color or disability or sexuality, and there'll be resource pulled up for them. And they can click on whichever one. So I say the user clicks on this one, it takes them to the page to learn more about the professional, who they are, what they've done, the impact, how do they conquer imposter syndrome. And then they would also be able to find resources here that where the professional has talked about imposter syndrome or the work they've done, and the user can click on it and it leaves the user outside the website to read more about that professional. And also below they can find more suggested resources